Okay. So, before you walk, you need to crawl. Before you crawl, you just kind of flop around. Let's see what, okay. Pretend I was just born. Pretend. This is all the movement you can do. You got this kind of thing. Then you learn how to roll over in your belly. It's a big deal. You roll over in your belly and you're like, oh shit. You gotta pick your head up right now. Then you get the army crawl going. Get going pretty fast in that army crawl too. And then you come to your knees. Woo! Oh, now we're moving. We got some freedom now, right? We're going fast here. Before you know it, we're finding the wall. And you're standing. You see the world from a whole different light, a whole different view. You get enough courage to leave the wall, and then your movement journey is on its way. Your movement journey is going to be on your way today, because I was realizing you have no idea how to step. You don't know what you're doing. You don't have any idea how to step and punch. So I figured, hey, ding, like light bulb moment. Actually, I don't really see a light bulb. I hear like grandiose music. Oh, idea, bing, 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 bing. And then I think about, where do ideas come from? And then I think about podcasts I hear where ideas have a life of their own and they use humans to get their whatever, doesn't matter. So let's talk about this. It's called box stepping, okay? It's a simple movement for you to learn how to move your frickin' ass while you punch and kick, okay? So you're going to get into your lead stance. Do I really have to go over it again? Jeez, this is the last time. If you stand shoulder width apart, okay, got 50% of your weight on both feet, you're going to step forward with your left foot. Boom. Okay, not too much. I mean, unless you're like Wonder Boy and you're doing this kind of thing. You're not Wonder Boy, so you're not doing that, okay? You're here. 55% of your weight on your front foot, 45 on the back, give or take. You're going to have the heel up. You're on the ball of your foot here. Now, I want you to pretend like you have some kind of rhythm, okay? Like you can really move your hips, like you got some kind of rhythm. Not this. Okay? Now let yourself go a little bit. Get your rhythm here. And what you're going to do is you're going to get this beat going. And you're going to step left to right. Okay? You get that rhythm going. And then you're going to, if you go forward, you're going to step forward with your left foot. Okay? Now, wherever your left foot goes, your right foot's got to follow. And since I'm going forward, the back foot's going to follow forward. So if I step forward with my left foot 2 inches, boom, the back foot goes 2 inches. And you're going to keep that rhythm. Moving from the balls of your feet, okay? Don't do this. Okay? You're on the balls of your feet. Good. And to go backwards, you're going to step with the closest foot to the direction you're going. And since we're going backwards, I'm going to use my back foot, which happens to be my right foot. Boom. And if my back foot goes 2 inches, my front foot goes 2 inches. Boom. 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 Forward. And backwards. Good. Simple principle. Whatever direction you're going, you're going to use the closest leg to that direction. So forward and to the left will be my left foot. Backwards and to the right will be my back foot. So when I take a left and another left, you're going to start with that closest foot to the left, which happens to be in my left foot because I'm in an orthodox stance. And if my left foot goes 2 inches, my back foot goes 2 inches. Boom, 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 And then to go the other way, I'm going to use the other foot because it's closest to that direction. Boom, 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 boom. Now I want you to notice what happens when I don't do it correctly. So for instance, if I'm going to step to my right, but I start with my left foot, watch how much my head moves. Okay? And look at my base. Look what I've just done to my base, right? It's stupid. It's silly. Don't do that. Come on now. Okay? That's not good. My head barely moves. Okay? But watch what happens when I start with my right foot. Watch how much my head moves. See how much my head gets out of the way? That's one reason why you shouldn't start with the opposite foot. Okay? Another one is it's not good to cross your feet. You see beginners do this all the time. Okay? This kind of thing. Okay? And it's fun, you know. You push them over, you make fun of them, you laugh at them. Just kidding. Don't do that. That's not nice. Where was I? Start with the right foot. Don't cross your... Yeah, it's not good to cross your feet because you lose your base, you lose your balance. Okay, you got to have good balance. Everything comes from the feet. You got to have good footwork. You got to be ready to take a punch, give a punch, dodge, jump, triple backflip, whatever you do, with good footing, with a good base. So this is the basic start for good movement, okay? For your striking especially. Box stepping, boom. Forward, backwards, to the right, to the left. Now in my stance, it's more, I think more of like a kickboxing stance. You probably notice there's enough space for a ball to go through my feet. Now if boxers would be a little different, right? You'd have heel to toe there, right? Boom. And then, you know, if I'm a wrestler, I'm super low. If I'm a karate person, like you see this kind of thing. So everybody has different, a different base, a different way to stand. I'm just showing you the one I use, okay? If you want a karate stance, go to a Mr. Miyagi. That'd be awesome. I'd take a Mr. Miyagi class. But, so let's talk about how to add our hands to this now. You guys are very, very talented. You do a great job, and I've been working. Oh, hear that? Oh, it's getting louder. Okay. You guys are very talented, so I know you probably already know this stuff, but let's pretend like you're a beginner and you've never heard this before, okay? So what you're going to do, when you throw that lead hand, you're going to time it with that lead foot. So when that lead foot steps, my hand should follow. Boom, okay? And as I retract that lead hand, that's when my back foot comes up. Boom. Okay? Notice how I'm not picking up my feet all humongous. Okay? I'm like barely picking up my feet at all, and I'm letting them slide, right? You gotta have good grounding. If you're caught with your foot in the air doing something stupid, whoop, you could end up on your derriere. So forward, boom, we're stepping with that lead foot, and we're timing it with that lead hand, okay? Good. When I go back now, I'm going to step with my rear foot, and I'm going to time it with the lead hand with my rear foot. So it's here, boom, good. And then as I retract, my lead foot comes back, boom. Boom. Notice how my shoulder, my chin's right here tucked into my shoulder. Boom, boom, boom. Good. Forward, boom, 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 back. Good. Let's talk about the right hand. Any questions? Any questions? No? Okay. Let's talk about the right hand. So when we do the right hand, people tend to have a little bit more of an issue because there's kind of like a, well, not going front. Well, maybe going, yeah. The issue comes later. Don't worry about that. So when we use that right hand, we're going to time it with the right foot, right? I step. Now when I step, I'm going to bring my shoulder in. Just as if I'm throwing that jab, I bring that here. You see how my shoulder comes in a little bit? You want to do that to protect your chin. So I'm here, boom. And then when I step and throw that right hand, I step and pivot. Boom, 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 okay, here. Boom. Good. Simple. So going back now, this is the one people have issue with because there's like a third step, and people are so out of touch with their body. When you ask them to start like tying movements together, they're like standing on 2 left feet, and they're like all stiff like this. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? Practice. And then they start crying, and then, it becomes this whole thing. Just kidding. That never happened. Anyways, so stepping back, I'm going to bring that shoulder forward, and then I'm going to bring that front foot back, and then pivot and strike. Okay? Boom, boom, boom. So there's 3 steps here now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Yes. 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 Good. Now, left and right, it's the same rules. The same thing applies. We're just changing the angle. So since we're using the same foot, though, the same rule applies. So when I go to the left hand goes. Boom. Shh. Boom. Shh. Boom. Shh. Boom. Shh. Boom. When I go to the right, using my jab, the left hand goes when this foot lands. Boom. And then when this steps, I retract. Same thing as going back. I'm just changing the direction. Okay. Good. Right hand, when I go left, it ties with the left foot. Boom, boom, shh, boom, boom, boom. Good. Let's do that one again. Boom, boom. Notice how I pivot into that strike when I step. Okay, and when I go to the right, bring that shoulder, slide, pivot. Boom, boom, boom. One more time. Now you can do all kinds of drills with this. Set a timer for like 30 minutes. Go forward, go back. You can add all your combinations to this. I just use the 1-2 because it's so easy to get the principle across. You can add your hook shots to all of this, whatever combos you want. For instance, you could go forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, boom. Back, boom, 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 boom. Left, right. Right? Add your hook shots, boom, 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 boom. Add your angling, all of that stuff. But that's for another day. I just wanted to touch the basics of your box stepping. Now, if you want to learn anything well, you got to learn the basics, okay? Got to learn the basics. If you want to master something, right? You have to master the basics. You got to know them well. So simple drills like this, you got to feed your nervous system, man. You got to do it so much that it makes you sick and you're bored as hell of it, okay? And then you got to do it again and do it again. You got to think of creative ways to have fun with it. Every time I go to the bathroom, I'm here. My wife's like, what the hell are you doing? I was like, don't pretend like you don't know. I'm doing my box stepping, right? Next thing you know, my mini-me's doing his box stepping. And he's telling his friends, and we have this whole box stepping crew. It's great. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. we reached our goal of 70 subscribers. Yes, let's go for 80 people. Come on now. We're starting from the ground up. We're white belts in the YouTube game, okay? I'm looking to get that first rank within a year, okay? If this was jiu-jitsu, it'd be like 6 years for some people. But I'm going for that first rank within a year. We're shooting for it, okay? So if you have any ideas, videos you want to see, you have any comments or concerns, please leave them down below. Make sure you like and subscribe, or else you're just a weenie. Don't be a weenie. Until next time. All right, so just touch this real quick. So throw everything out the window that you just watched in this video. Forget about it, okay? It doesn't even exist. Just have some fun with this. Be relaxed in your body, have good posture, be light in your feet, and just walk, okay? This is, you know how to do this. This is simple movement. You've been doing this ever since you were maybe 2 years old. Some of you maybe 4, I don't know, let's not get into it. But simple walks, okay? And then from here, as you walk, you're just gonna throw your strikes, nice and relaxed, okay? No tension in your shoulders. Let your hands float up, boom. Be simple, nice and simple and relaxed, okay? Just a little something to help you with your movement. Practice that.